What's up, guys? Welcome back to PewRaksha. Today we're going to start off with Bainez. Castle level is a 28, validated on a archer here. So let's jump into it. Take a look at what he's got in here. Alright.
You're going to be far poorer 3 minutes from now.
Alright, so it looks like the first room is just empty. I have to see if there's a mine hidden over in this area, though, just to test it. Alright, so there's two different directions that branch out here. Since I see traps, I'm going to actually explore the other part first, just in case there's a mine hidden down in there. So let's quickly take a look to see what's inside of this room. Looks like this might just be empty. There's one mine there. Alright. Continues. This is basically just, if you pick the wrong way, you're going to waste so much time going through here and actually getting all of the mines, that if you want to 3-star someone's castle that's designed like this, you either have to just, like, on a random chance get it right, or replay it once after you know the layout that you have to run. Because he knows the layout. He's got, you know, I'm already about halfway through his time, and I haven't really done anything, so he knows the exact layout that the route that he has to take to get to do this castle as quickly as possible. Alright. Lots of mouse traps there. Rooms like this are a little bit difficult just because they knock you all over the place. And I guess mouse traps do decent amounts of damage because I ended up dying there. I always say that I'm not a big fan of mouse traps, but when you use them like this, it seems to be pretty high damage. I'm gonna heal myself and just continue. I hate dampeners. Can I say that? Oh my god. I always screw up when I get silenced because I think I can roll, but I actually can't. It makes me take way more damage than I'm supposed to take. I could have actually skipped these groups if I want to only 2-star the castle, or probably with this one only 1-star the castle, but alright. So I made it through this room. This room is pretty difficult, to be honest. There's a lot of pressure everywhere. 4 ballistas in each corner, and all these mouse traps. The proper way to do this is probably to just target the mines, get the aggro of both groups, and then just run past it. And don't even worry about killing the mobs inside of this room, because I can't imagine that there's a ton of trap pressure unless this is the boss room. If this is the boss room, then I could still see it happen. But if he has like one more room, this is a lot of points investing into traps if you're going to have more than like 3 rooms in your castle. So I'm going to try to just kind of dodge stuff until I get my potion cooldown back up, and I actually just got stunned in the worst way. So now I'm just going to try to get into this room and get into the back. So you can see there's a lot less trap pressure in here. So my read was correct, where I should have just skipped that room where all of the trap pressure was and went into the boss room to fight it. But it's hard to know that for sure. You can just kind of get a read of how much is actually inside of one room. Like, that's a ton of defense points that he had in that previous room and even into this room. If you think, I think all these are either 2 or 3 points for hamster wheel, so it's a pretty high amount of points for each one of those. Managed to kill me, pretty good castle. Definitely a unique one, you know, you didn't use the same old stuff that we see all the time, so that's pretty cool. But we'll jump into number 2 in just a second. Next up we have TKThunder. Castle levels of 28, validated actually on a mage, which is pretty unique. You don't see many mages these days. A lot less than before. I guess probably because it's not like the new class anymore, everybody can get access to it. So all the people who want to play new class play the runaway, and then everybody else kind of plays archers or mages, or I mean archers or knights. I do see a fair amount of them still, though. Alright, so there's all your mines. Well, not all of them. There still is at least one. Let's check over here. Probably another one of these where I have to run a specific right way, and then I'll actually make it. And this is another thing. When you see all of these empty rooms, this would be another castle where most likely I have to just run to the boss room. I probably won't do that so I can see exactly how it's like intended, but I'm already thinking that since there's so many empty rooms, that means that there's going to be a high amount of density once I actually get into the castle. And if you look at this time limit also, it's at 134. That also can mean that skipping to the boss room is the way that he validated his castle. But it looks like it might just be that there were no mines over there, and so if you spend all of the time going all the way up that path, it's going to be kind of difficult to actually hit the time limit. Now I don't even have any mana, so it's going to make it even more difficult. I just have to try to like not take as much damage. But yeah, well, I made it in, and there's the last mine. No, there's at least one more. Alright, so we start off with a spike trap room here. There's a springboard trap right there, so I'll try not to step on that. And just try not to take too much damage. I'll drop a volley even though that's kind of exactly what he wants me to do. Alright, I'm just going to skip past a little bit of this. This might be actually somewhere where I skip to the boss room, but I'll try to stop right here and I'll try to actually kill everything. Like I've said before, if you get these spike trap rooms and they have Defendatron setups, you can notice that I kind of just skipped it and that the two Defendatrons stayed back. And that happens a lot of the time, where they'll de-link and it'll actually make it easier for you to get through that part of the castle. That's kind of why I did that. And this Defendatron is just stuck, so I'm going to kill it really quick. Alright. So now, what I wanted to see is how this is all working. So basically I just have to walk to the edge of this, I believe, and then just kind of run back like that. And that'll make that a little bit easier. Now I just have this debuff. There we go. Alright, so I made it through all of that. Split shot, or spread eagle, rather. Zeke's here. They actually still do decently high damage, and it's hard to dodge 3 of them at once, but I managed to make it alright. I'm just gonna get rid of these mines just in case I manage to hit this if I'm cutting back. If I have to cut back into this room, I don't want to accidentally get thrown on here and die. Alright, and then what is left? There's a mittens up here that will probably aggro a bunch of stuff. I'm gonna see if I can headshot it from here. I think I can. Yeah, you can headshot to the very corner of your screen and a little bit farther, I believe. And then I'm just gonna volley everything once it gets pulled. So this is something that you can do if you think that there might be units up there. You can just throw a headshot as an archer, and if it hits something, it'll pull things to you. And I clean everything up with volley. I wish I had some empty space so I could grab that scorpion hide hat, but that's okay. So I managed to make it through. Only got 2 stars because this time is actually pretty hard to beat. He did most likely run to the end of his boss room though. With that amount of time and the stuff that I did see in his castle, you could just run past that spike trap, get at least into that first part where I volleyed things across the wall, kill all of that stuff there, and then do what I did there with the volley, and you could probably hit that time, but it'd be pretty difficult. So yeah, we'll jump into number 3 in just a second. Alright, lastly we have PewRaksha with 1,000 crowns, which is actually pretty high for a level 24. Validated on this mage here, so it could be that he has a really good defense at level 24 and a lot of people lose to him, or it could be that he just attacks a ton of high crown people and wins a lot. But we'll have to see, because that's pretty high amounts of crowns. Like, I even get 19 crowns and I'm level 28, so being 4 levels over, I still get almost the same amount of crowns as if I lose. Because he has so many, so let's jump into it and see what this defense is. Alright.
Watch and learn.
Alright, so we start off with Spike Room. This is good at level 24. It's about the best that it gets. I guess it still stays pretty strong throughout the entire game, but this is the one level where you get your 3rd active panel and you get a bunch of attack from it. This might hurt, yeah. This is a pretty cool room. I'll talk about it in a second. But basically, I'm going to have to use just a potion. I can't let this guy heal up because I don't want to have to fight him in here again. Alright, so what he's doing with this room is like, you know, you're not gonna fight the Pete Palmer right in the center of the room. You're gonna also always be like using abilities to try to get away from him and get some space in between you and him. So he's got these three debuff mines, the corrosive mines, off in the corners to lower your resistances, which is really cool. And then there's also these springboard traps that throw you back onto the spikes. Set up pretty well.
I need to stay light.
And I still didn't empty out my inventory because I never do that. It'll be forever. I'll remember finally after like a week
Ready for more.
of not being able to loot anything. I always run into that problem, but I hardly ever get gear upgrades. I think I've only gotten like one since Open Creation came out, so... Alright, and then this is a fire mine setup. I feel like I can just go into here and just wait for a second. Okay, so I can see what's going to happen. I'll see if I can do it correctly. Alright, so basically I wasn't going to be able to get through this because there were springboards around this entire thing. So what I did is try to like proc as many of these as possible and then jump back out the same way I came after I got rid of all of the mines. Because I was able to not have to go across like all three of these or all four of these with this jelly wall. I only had to go across two, so I knew I was going to get across into the mines a little bit. And then I felt like if I went backwards and I still even got hit by like this last one, I probably wouldn't hit all of the mines. I'd probably land like right here and only get a couple of these because the front ones would have already been exploded. So it worked out well with that. And then it looks like he's got one more room probably that's full of creatures, and then he's probably out of defense points at that point. So I'm just going to skip over a lot of this. And the Jimbo. Jimbos are good in these small, tight quarters. It makes it look a lot easier when I do it, because, oh god, that might kill me. Alright. Because I'm higher level. That's another one of those setups, again, that I probably should have taken more time getting over it. I didn't actually expect the Cyclopses. I always forget that you can do that and, like, push people back on top. Alright. So I could have used, like, from the spike trap, and I could have went in again and then, like, used that to get over it or something. That's what I should have done. Alright, and then, are there any mines over here? There's one. Kill that. No, it looks like the rest of the mines are in the boss room. So I'll just kill those so I get 2 stars, and then that'll be the end of this castle. Alright, so that's the end of that one. Pretty good castle. I can see why you got a lot of crowns from that. That first Pete Palmer room is brutal. But that's pretty much it for this video. As always, if you guys enjoyed, please subscribe. If you want to be a part of PewRaksha, you can email me at frenzycastleruns@hotmail.com. Level 20 and above. And you have to add me to your friends list so that I can actually attack your castle. But I'm really backed up, so like every new applicant, it's just going to take a very long time for me to actually get through and do your castle. I don't know exactly how long because I haven't checked my email in a little over a week, so I have to check all of the new applicants, but I still have like 4 or 5 to record on the list already. But either way, thank you guys for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.